So for those who use this TinkerCAD here or the Proteus, I noticed that when I use the same coding that I just shown in the Arduino IDE, somehow it doesn't work. When I just give 255, 255, 255, nothing happens. I'm not sure whether this is because of my computer problem or because this TinkerCAD and Proteus is quite slow in transmitting the information using the serial monitor. So I'm not sure which one it is, but I think it is because of the serial monitor in this TinkerCAD and the Proteus. And let's say if you also face this problem, you can watch this video because I will show how to edit the coding a little bit so that you can also run this values, this coding, the tutorials that I showed in the previous video in both TinkerCAD and Proteus. So please watch this video. Since I assume because this TinkerCAD and Proteus is quite slow, and therefore what I did is I just make the data transmission one by one. It's not the whole values in the same time. So which means that I just change, instead of just using while serial available and then directly pass all the three values, but instead I ask user to put the values first, and then it will enter the value for R value first, and then it will write it will print the R value. And the same thing goes for the green, which then it will search for the value, and then when we enter the value of the integer, then it will print the value. And then finally the blue value here, the blue value, which is the same thing. It will ask for the value first by using the serial available, the same thing like before. Okay, just make sure here is serial available equals to 0, not greater than 0, meaning that as long as the user did not put any values, it will not go to the next lines of codes or next instructions. So it will wait for the user until it puts the value. When it puts the value, then it will pass that value and it will print that value. So this is what this codes here means, what I try to do from this codes here, this adjustment. And then the same thing, after we get all the three value, we just use the analog write. As simple as that, meaning that I just make it slow down so that it can transmit one by one, and it can produce the results. So the same thing, the same coding if you use Proteus. So I did not show the Proteus, so if you use Proteus, then you just follow this same coding here. So as usual, if it is okay, if you need time to understand this code and to write this code, then just pause this video and write this code first, copy and paste for the green, copy and paste for the blue, and if you are ready to proceed, then you can play this video again. So now if you have complete this coding, let's try to run this coding. Again, if you use Proteus, just copy and paste the hex file or load the hex file into the Proteus and click run. So it should ask one by one, the value one by one. So let's say I just use 255, enter, and then green value 255, enter, and blue value 255, enter. So it should give white color. As you can see here, it becomes white. So now let's try with other value like before. We just write 237, okay, and then green 125, and then blue 49. So we should get the same color. As you can see, it becomes the same color, but let's say red 255 and the others are 0, green 0 and blue 0. So we get full red color because only red is lighting up, the others are 0, meaning that no voltage is given, and that's why everything is turned off, only red is turned on. And yeah, then it will get red color. And please, one more thing for this TinkerCAD, the ports for green and blue, or the pink, green and blue terminal is slightly different than the real RGB LED. And therefore this coding also will be slightly different here. Before this 10, green 10, blue 9, but now is green 9 and blue 10. And let's try one more color. For example, this color 217, and then 69 for green, and blue 216. Okay, so as you can see, the colors that it produces is almost the same. Okay? Like I've said in the previous video, this is how our computer display the colors, or mixing the colors between these three colors, the red, green and blue. And finally, the final color that we can try, the 59 for red, 211 for green, and blue 227. So you get the same color, the cyan color here. So this is how you edit the coding for TinkerCAD and for Proteus. If you don't get it to run by using the previous coding, hopefully all of us can succeed in this course. Hopefully everyone can do all the tasks given, all the tutorials showing here, you can all follow it. And again, any questions, any problem, feel free, don't be shy to ask me. If you are quite shy to message me, you can also comment down below. Don't worry, I will try my best to answer every questions if I can. And that's it from me. As usual, stay safe, stay curious and stay joyful. I'm Ikhwan. May God bless you. Assalamualaikum.